you make somebody an accountant or something, and you are paying the person pittance, and he's in charge of money. What do you expect? We also see people get into some professions, and suddenly, in 4 years, they seem to have made, you know. So you can't blame the church for those things. Our culture itself is part of the problem. Somebody offends in the office, he steals, he does something. You want to apply punitive measures, but culture doesn't allow it, because you say you are going to dismiss him. If you steal in the office, you should be dismissed. At dawn, you the boss, you will have the chief of the town come, probably with the guy's bishop, and there may be somebody you really respect. And by the time they sit with you and tell you, oh, just let it go, you don't want to disrespect them. So you go back, and the guy has stolen, but you keep him there because of senior people. So our culture doesn't help. Somebody goes to be a government official or a public official. Immediately the person gets into a top position. He's called by the family. You know that you are the light of the family, and you know all your siblings. You see, so you have to find a place to put them. So the man starts out having good intentions. He ends up putting his relatives in those positions, which is a public service. And so if we don't deal with those things, why do we have to point accusing fingers at the church? No, it has to start from grassroots. We have to start from the family level. We have to start from our cultural level and deal with all these things. And then when the pastors are preaching to the conscience, it's easier to obey the conscience, because there are some things that your environment can hinder your conscience, your environment. Because if somebody grows up in an environment where rape is the order of the day, his conscience gets to a time he's seared. He doesn't see anything wrong with that. And so from the grassroots, from our homes, we must make sure that we change some of these things. If somebody is going out there into the public service, we don't bombard the person with all these things. Then
interesting. So the argument that blame the situation we find ourselves in as a nation on the church is neither here nor there, per your stance.
Oh, you can't blame the church, because the truth of the matter is we have the majority of the youth not employed. Naturally, what do you expect these young people to do?
Naturally, all manner of things.
Yes. So if these people are doing things, who are you? Is it the church that is making them do it? Because without the church preaching hope to these young people, because there are times the church is accused of, instead of preaching morality, they are preaching hope and telling the people they can make it. But in the situation we find ourselves, if we don't preach hope to the young people, there was a time not too long ago, about a year and a half ago, if you were going through the Gimpa area at night,
very dangerous,
they would attack you. Yes, because there are no jobs. We shouldn't politicize this. There are no jobs. Okay. These guys, and then we've graduated a lot of these people out of senior high school, out of university. And if you have an educated thief, then you have a lot of sophistication. And so if the churches were not there to be preaching hope that, look, life may be bad today, but tomorrow it will get better. And then also tell people that, look, whatever you are doing, do it as unto the Lord, to give them a conscience. This nation would have been worse off. So I think that the church should be appreciated for what the church is doing, instead of always being lambasted and